All right, man. Let's talk about the best of the rest free agents after post summer league. I don't think anybody in the summer league team deserve to be on the roster, but apparently they have all 15 roster spots already locked up. James Edwards from the Athletic says they have them all locked up. So I was trying to think about who was all on the roster, and I looked it up, and it didn't really show. I think I got up to 14 people, but ESPN and them, they don't have the updated contracts yet. So I counted 14, but he says 15. So maybe Braxton Key is on the roster. I know they renounced the rights to Carson Edwards on the roster, but let's see where we can still be helped at. We talked a little bit about trades, and I kind of do a second trade video sometime next week or in the near future if I don't get to it next week. Um, where a couple trades they may be out there to help the Pistons. New names coming up every day. So, but let's get up to it. Let's see who's still out there. Obviously, we set up great for next year. I'll talk about the payroll probably tomorrow or later on today. Um, but there's still some things out there. We still have some weak points out there. We still can move some things and make some things shake out there. So it's one thing you got to remember. I think we all feel that it's an enigma what's going to happen at the four, and I still think they should add a new four, a modern four out there. So what I mean by a modern four, somebody that could just kind of stretch the floor and do kind of that Tobias Harris type of four, Aaron Gordon type of four. Obviously if you can find a unicorn like Anthony Davis type, somebody like that, Miles Bridges type of four. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he probably gonna be off limits. But that's kind of what I'm kind of like meaning. That's what I mean and stuff of that nature. So kind of some of that modern four feel out there. So I mean they got some options, you be like, well, do you see anything else that, we can get better at? And I plan to go live tomorrow. If I'm gonna go live and try to make it Sunday for y'all, man. The Piston live, because then after that we gonna bam right into we're gonna go right into that Lions content. Training camp battles next week. Maybe a couple, draft blasts, maybe here and there if I get there. So, but nonetheless, um, but yeah, shooting. I talked about Duncan Robinson. They can use some more shooting too. So they can move around, players on the roster. They got 15 roster spots. I'm pretty sure most people feel they should move on from Saban Lee. I feel that they should move on from Corey Joseph. But I don't know who is going to take on, Corey Joseph's contract or take on the responsibilities of his contract. But yeah, it's a couple guys they can buy out and move on from. They can buy out and move on from, pretty easily, in my opinion. There's a bunch of them. So, but yeah, Corey Joseph is a great candidate for that. So like I said, I mean, Killian Hayes, in my opinion, if they get somebody to take that contract, I wouldn't shed a tear. He's a great candidate for somebody to come in and remove him off the roster. So I mean, but Saban Lee is I think he's one of the more popular ones with people's, people pretty much done with him already. But he made some dumb decisions. He made a lot of dumb plays in summer league before he got injured. So that's on him. But now let's get to it. So we seeing the guys that are still out here. Bo Cruz from the movie The Hustle with Adam Sandler that's came out. I don't think anybody. I mean, Eric Bledsoe be interesting off the bench. I mean, if he was to move on from Killian and Corey Joseph, but I think he want to go to a team and win right now. I mean, Dennis Schroeder was linked here, but we good at guard. Colin Sexton is still out there. He's restricted, so Lou Williams, Josh Jackson, Bridges, we know why he's still out there. Excuse me. Carmelo Anthony, whatever union, what a union that would be with him. He should have been here. Marquis Morris is the one I want to circle. Still out there, 33-year-old. Plug him at the four. I mean, if Stewart beat him out, if whoever else beat him out, but that's like the modern guy that you really want at that position. Bring a little toughness to Detroit. I think he's the crown jewel right now. It's Marquis Morris. You keep looking out here. He said, "Was anything they renounced the rights to Carson Edwards." So I just think they need wing shooting in that 4 spot. So that's kind of what I think they need. The wing shooting, somebody can spot up and a veteran that can bring it. Can they find some 2 guards that can shoot stretch the floor? We already had Wayne Ellington, Josh Jackson, Nick Stauskas. He just, out defensively, he just can't stay out there. So really not too much out there at the 2 guard position. You go out there and you say, well, about the 4 position. And you look and you say, well, the only ones that stand out to me is Carmelo and Marquis Morris. That's it. So Marquis Morris, is he still out there, whatever reason it is? Not sure if you want to come to Detroit and be a part of this very young core, but that's what it is at this point. That's really your missing link for Detroit. It's Marquis Morris. That's your missing link. Love Ben McLemore. He only even 30 yet. Love him coming out, but this is the guy. This is the guy. Come from a good culture and come from a good culture and in Miami. He had the little incident with Jokic last year. Was injured for a long time. I mean, it is what it is, and too much you can say on that. But it's exactly what they need. I don't think he'd be super duper expensive neither. They still have $10 million left, 1-year deal, $10 million, whatever it may be. You plug him in there, you play him at the 4, you keep it moving. And if Isaiah Stewart, beat him out in camp, you can bring him off the bench. It's not like it's not like you committed to him long term. So, it's worth the risk unless Troy Weaver got something up his sleeve, trade wise. That's the only thing I can see, unless he got something up his list trade wise. So that's the only thing I really can see. But yeah, Marquis Morris. I mean, you could talk about a guy like Carmelo Anthony, somebody which, he just gave you a moderate look. I don't know. He wasn't part of a winning team last year. Should have been on Detroit, years ago. Let people say it, but he probably would just assist. Isaiah. He would just assist this team in the right direction to go. He would play about 20 minutes a night. If they get to the playoffs, he got a little experience there. So yeah, like I said before, that'll be interesting. That'll be hella interesting. Carmelo Anthony coming to the D, where he should have been in the first place. He won't come in. He won't come in and start. Kind of like Derrick Rose coming. People say Derrick Rose should come in and start. I'm telling people got mad. I said Derrick Rose, he not built to start. I'm just telling the truth. He not built to start. That's just he had a different place he was at a different place in his career. He's a good guy. He's gonna come in and give you 25 minutes a night, and that's fine. I think that's what Carmelo gonna come in and kind of give you. He gonna come in and give you good 20 minutes a night. That's what Melo gonna give you. Good 20 minutes a night. That's what he gonna give you. That's what he gonna give you. Good 20 minutes a night. And he gonna kind of show them what it's like to be a professional. He been at the pinnacle of the sport. So think about that for a minute. He been at the pinnacle of the sport. So I mean, I think Carmelo Anthony would be a great fit. He not gonna come in and start. Let me say that again. He not gonna come in and start. That's what we do know. He not gonna come in and start. But what he gonna come in and do is give you 20 solid minutes off the bench, give you another veteran there, help Isaiah Stewart with his transition. He gonna help Marvin Bagley. He gonna help them dudes down there. You know what I'm saying? He'd be grateful just to be on the NBA roster. I think he's still chasing the ring. But shit, he's 38 years old. He's 38 years old. You might end up finding a job. He might end up finding a job, post career with the Pistons. But yeah, I think those are the two. You think about Lou Williams as well too. You throw Lou Williams in there. He said he was thinking about retirement. I mean, come to Detroit, teach the young guys. But then somebody else would be happy to come up out of there then. That's the difference. Somebody else gonna have to be coming up out of there. So can they just cut Corey Joseph, move Corey Joseph somewhere else? Would they try to part ways with Killian Hayes and move him somewhere else? That's the question. That's $1 million question. But Lou Williams, Lou Williams won't be bad neither. Just a little bit more veteran season in there. You get some shooting there. You get some instant offense off the bench. So yeah, there's some options out there. Jeremy Lamb's still out here doing it. Shout out to him. But yeah, Lou Williams. He's 36, but 17 years, came straight out of high school. 17 years, straight out of Atlanta, South Gwinnett High School. Successful career. Made $5 million last year. So I mean, there's a lot of options for the Pistons, for the here and now. A lot of great options. A lot of great options there. So, those are my picks real quick. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Be respectful. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit my link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Rate me on, listen to me on Spotify, rate me on Spotify, listen to me on Anchor, rate me on there as well too if you want. Let me know what you girls and guys think. But yeah, you can find me there. Appreciate the love, support. Link tree take you everywhere. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, the bell icon button. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.